Okay, so I am absolutely live now, making sure that everything is quite excellent. Good. So, everything is excellent. This is going to be a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, at least to me, type of broadcast. Oh, by the way, this one is not just a still. Boy, do I have surprise for you. Okay, so what I wanted to begin with is just letting people know that um, I'm actually implementing a few amazing aspects. So, what I've done is I have prepared four different kinds of readings, psychic readings. Yes, through the tarot, which you will visually see. I am not in the photo, but you see the display. Don't worry, it's gonna be nice. Of course, it's my first try, so the angles might be a little weird, or like you might say, ah, yeah, I see. But have some grace. Guess what? You can actually see the cards displayed at least, and it's like I said, this is going to be pretty good broadcast. Will it get better? I hope so. That's the reason for growth, right? But we are determined to do it today. We're determined to do something for us today. Oh, and I am going to, at times, talk about. I had this wild dream. And that's the reason actually for the title. But we'll get to that. I want to open up firstly, see if I could. Excuse me, I don't know how proper way. I don't know how to do that smooth. go back here. Wait a minute, I forgot. And hide that. Okay, so oh yeah, I said I was gonna talk. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about the dream. So okay, so when I became aware and the dream became a thing, so I was walking and I was walking in these halls, and then as I'm walking, there's this tall spirit gentleman who's like talking with me, but it was like he was connected to me like an attachment. We've all experienced that where you're like, why is this person talking to me? Why are they following me around? Well, it was that situation, and he was like he was trying to discourage me from going further. Like if I say I'm going to stay on my straight path, he's like, other people are he'll counter it and say other people always walk different paths. So it got to the whole point that I mean, we're going down this long hallway that ends up turning into like a high school type of, like, you know, where you have lockers on either side. Remind me of the locker hall, like the, you know, we got the lockers on either side in the halls. It reminded me of that. And so I was walking, and he's like saying, um, all of these is, just what they call it. It's kind of like he was also hovering, like hovering, not as in physically hovering, but like, you know, like hovering around and leeching over, and just kept like, you know, like speaking very quickly, not eloquently, not patiently, but quickly, like countering everything positive that I, well, if I were to say, yeah, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to see what's going on. They said, well, other people, you know, it's like how would other people feel about that if you do? It was that kind of feeling. It was that kind of conversation. So um, we end up going to, or getting down to the end of the hall, and there's a left and then there's a right. But before I was making my choice, this gentleman steps forward and says, you know, there are going to be races. Like they're going to, I mean, not racists. No, he says they're going to be like racing games. It's like they're holding a race, you know, out there. If you know, in that for context, um, you know, like, do you want to participate? And somehow we got into the conversation of where the gentleman or this attachment was like, yeah, oh, really? And it was, the conversation flowed into where this person who's following me, we decided that we should race each other. And they also said that there was a prize at the end of it for, I remember it was 25 grand for 25 grand. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. That's not the end, but I have like three other style of readings to get through. So that's portion of the dream. So let's get started. Let me go and pick out which one is next. The empathic. And whoops. that is that. Wow. So, back to sharing my, yeah, I want to share my, some a little bit more of my dreams. So, that empathic readings are, they can be insane. Um, so okay, where was I? Oh, so we were asked to basically go to the field or to the it was a racetrack, and so the person who's also like just chattering in my ear, we go to the field, we go to the field, or we go to the track, and all this is going to be like it's going to be the race where you just run straight for a long for a period of time until your goal is to cross the finish line first. And there were people all the way at the other end waiting for us. Now remember, this one is for like 25 grand. Now, but this is important because it's about to turn into a morals, like a whole bunch of stories, all in one in this dream. And it's one of those dreams that actually, as they say, dreams never quite end. This one felt like a conclusive dream, like at least like a esoterically conclusive. So we were getting ready, and so it was this like I in competition with this person or entity who's felt like and there was an attachment. And then we began to race or run the moment that we were given the green light. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that. But I need to go to the third reading. Now, this third one is going to be a little bit more fun. And I like the third one. Where am I? Okay. So, oh yeah, we were talking. Okay, so back to that dream. So we start the race, and I mean, in this race, we're like neck and neck. I'm not one to give up, but this person is very tall. This being, is, I know it's male. This male is very tall, and so he's sort of like, okay, if he is stretching out his arms, I'm like diving in to get to the finish line. Now we get there simultaneously, and the person saw that I grabbed the ribbon to cross over. The other person just runs over, but it's taking up equal amount of space. It's almost like I like one might say I won because I have the ribbon. The other one might say, well, by a unanimous decision, the other, like this being won. So in the dream, oh, I have one more. I think I have like one more reading to give, but I gotta tell you the dream side, and then I'm gonna tell you this part of the dream. So I go reading, dream, reading, dream, reading. So okay, anyway. So I get to the finish line. I grab the ribbon, but I could tell by the shift of the energy this person is saying, oh no, we're not going to let you have this. We're not going to let no this. No, they won. They won. I mean, it was being debated. Like there was somebody who was, I guess, interceding on my behalf, saying, "No, you saw that. Psychic got that one. Psychic got that one." It's like, no, I seen this. It was like, well, look, and then the person who's going to make the, I guess, the top decision says, "Well, I'm going to have you both banned." He used that word. He said, "I'm going to have you both banned, both of you." But I wasn't even saying anything, but I was standing with the person who obviously interceding for me. Yeah, because this is talking about 25. The prize is 25 grand, and so what happened is that the being gets the 25 grand, and so then now remember this is like a high school setting. So we go to a classroom, and all of my classmates are like, so who, like, what happened? Like, they want to know the story. And I remember there was a teacher, right? And then there's the students. And I was sitting in the middle. I said, well, I gave it my very best. And what was said was that the one who won said, oh, don't worry. 'Cause it was like acting like, I can't believe it. I won. Like, you really? Seriously, I won? I won? It's like, no, 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 Psychic won that. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna split it. We're gonna split it. So that we're gonna split it in half. It's gonna be like 50-50. I think we both won. I'm gonna do 50-50. That's what he said. So I was explaining, yeah, we raised, well, we both won. He said that he said we won at the same time, and and I said to the classmates, like, he's gonna split it 50-50. So when I sat down, I was like in the middle of the classroom in that itchy desk chair. That's all I remember about those chairs. They're itchy to me. Oh, I could not sit in those things. I don't know why. I was like wanted to like skyrocket out of those things. I couldn't wait till that bell to ring or a reason to get up. Oh gosh, those things, that's itch. And I don't know why to this day. But or why at the time it did to this day. So anyways, back to the story. But I was comfortable in the dream. Thank goodness. That's not what the dream was about. Uh, but so he comes in and he's got the check, and in his hand he's like, yeah, I won, yeah, I won. And he started like really feeling himself, and he was saying, yeah, I think I'm gonna give like half to my brother, and I'm gonna like keep half. Yeah, I'm gonna like keep half. Then I'm gonna give the other half to my brother. Like give some to my brother, like maybe half. Then somehow I guess it like cashes out, and he's got the dollars, because it was an envelope, by the way. So I didn't know if it was a check but it was actually that when he opened the envelope, there was money in it. I guess the 25 grand, which then he went around on his side and was handing out $100 per student. And all I could think while sitting in the chair was, wait a minute. I thought like, and I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was getting. I thought we were getting half. Like we raised. I thought I was getting half. Like, are you giving that amount out of your uh, out of your take, or am I going to get any anyway? Because you said you're going to give half to your brother, you know. And so I was like just sitting there, and I was like looking around. I was like trying not to. I was like just what was it call it? I was keeping my composure. I was keeping my composure. I was just thinking in my head. I was like, okay, okay, like I didn't know what to say because it wasn't the idea of whether to get the money, do I get any of that money or not. But it was the idea that there's a part of me that said, but I grabbed the ribbon. Even when I said no, it was a race. It was fairly judged. I could not undermine my own reality or experience, knowing that well I ran as hard and I arrived at the line as he had and had the ribbon, grabbed the ribbon, and had crossed over. It was, and if anything, it's like we both won, but I know that, and I felt that I did put a little bit more emphasis on that win, but I did not in the dream. Like in the dream, I did it end up with the win. But so I'm going to stop right there, and then I will wrap up the dream if you're interested after the reading. So here's the last reading of which is the reading section. Oh, I wanted to wrap. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up the dream. So we did four top styles, unique styles of tarot and modern day card readings, unique ways uh, to revealing things that are just sometimes we don't recognize opportunities or we don't understand why we're going through what we're going through. And so, anyways, I can't wait to see how people think and view this particular video. Um, yeah, it took me a while. I was gonna do it on the 8th, then I changed it. Then I thought I was gonna do it on the on the 9th, and I said, well, let me just. So I decided, well, let me just make it private till I can figure this out. Lo and behold, I trusted, and it was only an hour before I was going to go live that I decided to actually record video. So yeah, I had decided to record uh, readings and then go live. So yeah, all this happened like now. So yeah, the re- basically I didn't interpret the spreads. I just laid them out and I just recorded them, and I just wanted to focus on like the video and make sure do the best I could with the angle, and then I went from there. So there are four readings. So if you want to check them out, just you'll have a chance to rewatch and untime stamped. Try to find your way through. I think it'll be simple because I'm like speaking in in between times. I'm like sharing information. I'm talking about stuff like uh, I'm talking about like my dream. So I got to tell you the last piece of the dream. So anyway, yeah. Oh yeah. If you want to hear the whole story of the dream, it goes dream, then a reading, dream, then a reading, dream, or something like that. Or either it's the reading and then the dream section of a dream, and so forth. So here's the last piece. So I'm sitting there, and he starts to hand out the hundreds, like $100 to our fellow classmates. And I'm sitting there thinking in the chair, oh my gosh, he's giving away some of, like from either he's giving away from his stack or mine, and I might not even get any of it because he says he's going to give half of it to, or the other half to his brother. So then, out of nowhere, some others person comes in. I'm recognizing as someone. At first, I thought it was a student, but it was somebody who works in the nature of a cafe. And they handed me an envelope, and I was like, so naturally, I'm thinking, oh, I get an envelope because he received the 25 grand envelope. So I'm thinking, I'm feeling like what they call it, burned a little bit. I'm feeling burned a little bit, but I'm not. I'm too prideful to show that. I'm like, well, good for him, but on the inside, I'm like, well, he said he's gonna give me half. Like I'm trying to settle, but then he threw in, well, he tells everybody, he announces, I'm gonna give half to my brother, I think, and then he opens up the envelope and he got the money in there, and then he says, then he just walks, I guess, behind some of the students, starts placing $100 on their table, and what I was thought with, oh my gosh, he doesn't know what to do with it. He's gonna give it all away. It'll be gone by the end of the week. And he'll be left with like $5,000 out of it, out of like $20,000 is blown away. That's what's going on in my head. And then let's go. So this young lady comes in. I kid you not, I'm thinking she's a student, but at times I see her as someone who works at a cafe. She hands me an envelope. I'm excited. I'll open it, and guess it says I had to write down the number. It says the first thing I saw was decimal 46 40. It was 46 cents, and she's exiting. She turns around and she says, the next time you'll need to charge your own card. That's what she says. And then she turns back and she walks out. And then I wake up. I said, what? I have been, what they call it, I'm defrauded in the waking world and in the dream world. I'm like, not only did I lose, like I didn't, I mean, I won and then was denied any portion of winnings of the 25,000, but the person who said that they were going to split it with me, they felt like it was like we won 50-50, but then started giving the money away and then declared would give the other half, I'm assuming my half, to his brother. And the cafeteria head comes in and says, here, like 46 cents check, and then says, from here on, you'll have to charge your own card, your own credit card, or something like that, or that affects. So it was a pretty messed up dream, but I just thought I would share that. And but you know but I think it's a bit of a psychological thing with me. I think that I have to over excel, even if I'm not, and it's even knowingly that I am not given like the best brand of trophy or recognition at all. Like if like I have a complex that I have to be have to excel, especially in the realm of psychic. I do believe that, but I'm not in a state where I can't. If I'm wrong, I can't say that I am wrong. Not in that context. I mean, in as in when I come into a reading, I feel a great pressure that I have to. And the only way around it, I have to have it in my mind that I view every psychic reading as a test. So it gives you that. Then it gives you that feeling like everybody's out to get. Like the next call, this person could be the one trying to get you, trying to corner you. So be ready. So, but I view every single reading. Like if I was reading for you, knowing that I'm not going to get any compensation, I'm going to read for you like I would a diplomat, which I've read for, or a celebrity I've read for, royalty I've read for, millionaires, billionaires I've read for. I'm gonna read for you like I'm reading for you as if though like you are a doctor who's gonna critique my work because your mind is logical and what I say won't make any sense. You know, 10-cent words. I know, 6-cent words. If you're an engineer, software engineer, computer tech, I'm like I have to read you like I read for them. Even if I know that you're like, I'm a student, I'm 22, I still got to read for you. And then the reading it's got to be 100% 5 star. I think that dream is a reflection of how I perceive my world, actually. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah, I do drive myself crazy, but and in fact, I'm so I guess I work myself with such a paranoia. I start my day at um, 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. in the morning means, or yeah, 3 a.m. in the morning, and because roughly around the world, everyone is kind of, at least they're dressed. So and then by the time it's my noon time, it's it's like 8 or something like their time. So then I got the other like as the day is really beginning, right? I've got the rest of the day, right? Perfect for the summer. I'm in a college town where we have I'm where we have the largest man-made lake, and so yeah, it's pretty cool. And then there's like trails, and trees, and woods. People fishing, boating, skiing. I could go out and do any of the things I want to do. Yoga, exercise, all sorts of. kind of like a golf course, so I can also run the bike trails and such. And there's a lot of like wild elements out there as well. So yeah, it's really nice that the hours are like that. But I know, but deep down, I know why I do it. I know it's because I'm getting ready, and I'm kind of like I'm going in before they get there. And I'll be ready for them. I'll be set up, and then they'll come, and I'll be the one in charge. And that's the real reason. It isn't because I'm going to have all these hours to enjoy my day, because I worked did so many readings earlier that day. That's not why. Yeah. So that's the standard. So I hope that you get a lot out of these four unique, different, very different styles of readings, different subjects and topics we talked about, and that you make the most of it. So with that, I'm going to close this one out. I will be setting up other ones, and I can't wait to see who all comes back and hey, tell me what happened. I want to know.